Dear students, I am Priyanka Dikshit, working as Assistant Professor at School of Pharmacy, Babu Banarsi Das University, Lucknow. Today I am going to present you on the topic expectorants and emetics. Cough. Cough is a protective reflex and its purpose being the expulsion of foreign particles from air passages. Expectorants. Expectorants are the drugs that helps in removing cough from the respiratory tract. Classification of expectorants. According to their mechanism of action, they are classified into two types, sedative expectorants and stimulant expectorants. Sedative expectorants. These are the stomach irritant expectorants which are able to produce their effect through the stimulation of gastric reflexes. Examples of sedative expectorants are ipecac, senega, Indian squill or bitters, ammonium chloride, sodium citrate, and potassium iodide. Mechanism of action of expectorants. Expectorants act by increasing the volume of the fluids that have to be expelled from the respiratory tract via coughing. They also act by increasing the fluidity or by reducing the viscosity of the sputum. They act through the stimulation of mechano or chemoreceptors in the throat, respiratory passages, or stretch receptors in the lungs. Stimulant expectorants. These are the expectorants which bring about stimulation of the secretory cells of the respiratory tract directly or indirectly. Since these drugs stimulate the secretion, more fluid in the respiratory tract and sputum is diluted. Examples of stimulant expectorants are eucalyptus, lemon, and anise. Ammonium chloride. The formula for ammonium chloride is NH4Cl. Ammonium chloride is also known as salmiac or sal ammoniac. It is an inorganic salt found in the urine. It has a very important biochemical function in maintaining the pH. Occurrence. Ammonium chloride is found in mineralogical formulations and in this form it is called as salt ammoniac. It has also been found in some volcanic vents and ashes. Preparation. Ammonium chloride is prepared through the Solvay process. It includes reaction between carbon dioxide and ammonia in the presence of NaCl and water to form ammonium chloride and sodium carbonate. Ammonium chloride can also be prepared commercially by combining ammonia with either hydrogen chloride gas or hydrochloric acid, that is water solution. Ammonia reacts with HCl to form ammonium chloride. It can also be formed by reacting ammonium hydroxide with hydrochloric acid. This reaction involves reaction of ammonium hydroxide with hydrochloric acid to form ammonium chloride. Physical properties. Ammonium chloride appears as white solid and it is hygroscopic in nature. It is odorless. It is having a cooling saline taste. It is having a density of 1.5274 gram per centimeter cube. Its melting point is 338 degrees Celsius and it decomposes at this temperature and sublimes. Solubility. It is soluble in water, glycerol and alcohol. Reactions. Ammonium chloride appears to sublime upon heating but actually decomposes into ammonia and hydrogen chloride gas. On decomposition, ammonium chloride forms ammonia as well as hydrochloric acid. Ammonium chloride reacts with a strong base like sodium hydroxide to release ammonia gas. This reaction involves reaction of ammonium chloride with sodium hydroxide to form ammonia, sodium chloride and water. Ammonium chloride reacts with alkali metal carbonates at elevated temperatures, giving rise to ammonia and alkaline metal chlorides. In a reaction, this involves treatment of ammonium chloride with sodium carbonate to form NaCl, CO2, water, and ammonia. Essay: 1 gram of ammonium chloride is dissolved in 20 ml of water. Add a mixture of 5 ml of formaldehyde solution with a few drops of phenolphthalein solution to this solution. Wait for 1 to 2 minutes and then titrate this solution slowly with 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. 1 ml of 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution is equivalent to 53.49 mg of NH4Cl. Uses: ammonium chloride is used as an expectorant in cough medicines. Its expectorant action is caused by irritative action on the bronchial mucosa. Ammonium salts acts as an irritant to the gastric mucosa and may induce nausea and vomiting. Ammonium chloride is further used as systemic acidifying agent in the treatment of severe metabolic alkalosis. The main application of ammonium chloride is as a nitrogen source in case of fertilizers. Ammonium chloride is used as a flux in preparing metals to be tin coated, galvanized, and soldered. Potassium iodide. Formula for potassium iodide is Ki. Preparation. It is prepared by treating hot aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide with iodine in slight excess. Potassium hydroxide reacts with iodine to form potassium iodide, potassium iodate, that is KiO3, and water. Potassium iodate is further reacted with activated charcoal to convert potassium iodate into potassium iodide. In this reaction, carbon monoxide is also formed. The solution is then treated with charcoal followed by evaporating to dryness. The charcoal reduces iodate to iodine, utilizing the total iodine to get potassium iodide. Industrially, it may be obtained by the action of iodine on iron metal to form ferroferric iodide, which gets decomposed with potassium carbonate. This reaction involves treatment of iron with iodine to form ferroferric iodide. This ferroferric iodide further reacts with potassium carbonate to form potassium iodide, ferric oxide, and carbon dioxide. Properties: it occurs as colorless or it occurs as white cubic crystals or granules. It is odorless and having a bitter and saline taste. It is yellowish when exposed to bright light due to the photochemical decomposition liberating traces of free iodide or traces of free iodine. Density is 3.13 gram per centimeter cube and it melts at 681 degrees Celsius, whereas it vaporizes at 1330 degrees Celsius. It is highly soluble in water at 140 gram per 100 ml at 20 degrees Celsius. Aqueous solution of potassium iodide readily dissolves iodine. It is sparingly soluble in ethanol, about 2 gram in 100 ml of ethanol at 25 degrees Celsius, as well as in acetone, whereas it is slightly soluble in ether and ammonia. Uses: it is used as a source of iodine in case of thyroid hormone deficiency. It is also used as a table salt. It is used as an expectorant as well as saline diuretic. It is used as an antifungal agent. It is used in chromatographic analysis. It is used as a co-solvent and it is used in quenching of fluorescence. Emetics. These are the drugs which give rise to forced regurgitation or emesis, by which the contents of the stomach gets expelled through the oral cavity. They are very important in case of poisoning. Types of emetics. Emetics are of two types: locally acting emetics that act by local irritation of the gastric mucosa. Examples of locally acting emetics are ammonium bicarbonate and ipecacuanha. Centrally acting emetics. Centrally acting emetics act by directly acting on the CTZ, that is chemoreceptor trigger zone, that is situated in the floor of the fourth ventricle in the medulla part of the brain. Examples of centrally acting emetics are apomorphine and morphine. Uses of emetics. Emetics produces a reflex action by which toxic substances get expelled. It is used in case of poisoning. It is added to the cough preparations in lower doses to stimulate the flow of the respiratory tract secretions. Natural emetics. Natural emetics. The examples of natural emetics are common salt with water or warm water, ground mustard seeds along with warm water, and strong coffee for or in case of narcotic poison. Act as a natural emetic. When emetics should not be used. In case of corrosive poisoning, that is poisoning caused due to the acids and alkalis, emetics should not be used. Also, emetics should not be used in case of CNS stimulant poisoning and for the unconscious patients. Copper sulfate, also known as blue vitriol. Formula for copper sulfate is CuSO4.5H2O. Preparation. In laboratory, copper sulfate is prepared by dissolving cupric oxide or cupric hydroxide or cupric carbonate in dilute sulfuric acid to get copper sulfate. Cupric oxide reacts with sulfuric acid to form copper sulfate and water. Further, cupric hydroxide also reacts with sulfuric acid to form copper sulfate and water. Copper carbonate or cupric carbonate reacts with sulfuric acid also to form copper sulfate as well as water and carbon dioxide. Physical properties. Copper sulfate or the anhydrous salt of copper sulfate is colorless, but the hydrated salt is blue in color. It readily dissolves in water, but copper sulfate is insoluble in alcohol. Chemical properties. Action of heat. On heating, copper sulfate loses its water of crystallization and decomposes at 720 degrees Celsius to get or to give cupric oxide and sulfur trioxide. Action of ammonia. Copper sulfate gives deep blue color with ammonium hydroxide forming complex compound. Copper sulfate reacts with ammonium hydroxide to form a complex of copper, ammonia and sulfate along with water. Action of Ki. When Ki is added to a solution of copper sulfate, a white precipitate of cuprous iodide is produced. Copper sulfate reacts with potassium iodide to form copper iodide and potassium sulfate or copper iodide and iodine. Action with KCN. A yellow precipitate of cupric cyanide is first formed with KCN and it further decomposes to give cyanogen gas. Action with alkalis. With alkalis, a pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide is formed. Copper sulfate reacts with sodium hydroxide to form copper hydroxide and ammonium sulfate. Action with H2S. With H2S, it gives black precipitate of copper sulfide. Copper sulfide reacts with hydrogen sulfide to give copper sulfide and sulfuric acid. Copper sulfide is formed as a black colored precipitate. Uses. It is used as a germicide and insecticide in agriculture. A mixture of copper sulfate and lime, commonly known as Bordeaux mixture, is used as a fungicide. It is used in electroplating, calico printing, as well as in electrical batteries. Potassium sodium tartrate. The formula for potassium sodium tartrate is KNaC4H4O6.4H2O. Potassium sodium tartrate tetrahydrate, due to the presence of 4 water molecules, is also known as Rockley salt, and it is a double salt of tartric acid. Preparation. Sodium potassium tartrate is formed by the conversion of sodium bicarbonate to sodium carbonate. In a reaction, it involves conversion of sodium bicarbonate to form sodium carbonates, carbon dioxide, and water. Potassium bitartrate or cream of tartar reacts with sodium carbonate to generate sodium potassium tartrate or Rockley salt. This reaction involves reaction of potassium tartrate with sodium carbonate to form sodium potassium tartrate. Properties. It occurs as colorless to white crystalline powder with a cool and saline taste. It is soluble in water and insoluble in ethanol. It has a pH value of 6.5 to 8.5. It has a large piezometric effect which makes it widely useful in sensitive vibrational and acoustic devices. It slightly effloresces in warm air. At 100 degrees Celsius temperature, it loses 3 molecules of water and becomes anhydrous. At 130 to 140 degrees Celsius and at 220 degrees Celsius, it begins to decompose. Uses. It is used as a laxative. It is used in the silvering of mirrors. It is one of the ingredients of failing solution. It is used in the electroplating process. It is used in cigarette paper. It is used to break up emulsions. According to WHO, antidote is defined as a therapeutic substance which is used to counteract the toxic action of a specific xenobiotic. Supportive therapy plus correct antidote leads to patient survival. Antidotes reduce the overall burden of health service in managing of poisoning cases. Classification of antidotes. Antidotes can be classified into two types as per their mode of action as well as according to their site of action. So, according to their mode of action, antidotes can be classified into physical antidotes, chemical antidotes, and psychological and physiological or pharmacological antidotes. According to the site of action, antidotes interacts with the poison to form a non-toxic complex that is excreted out from the body. Antidote works by accelerating the detoxification of the poison. Antidote acts by decreasing the rate of conversion of poison into toxic metabolite. Antidote acts by competing with the poison for certain receptors. Antidote works by blocking the receptor through which the toxic effect of poison is mediated. Antidote act by bypassing the effect of poison. Antidote acts through the formation of antibodies against the poison. Need for antidotes. The poison is required to be expelled out of the body as soon as possible. Therefore, there is a need to administer antidote because emesis or gastric lavage or other procedures may not completely help to remove the poison out of the body. If the poison is administered other than the route of ingestion, it needs to be removed immediately. In other conditions, the poison may already be absorbed so that it becomes more important to make use of the antidotes to discharge the poison out of the body. Physiological and pharmacological antidote. They act by producing the effect opposite to that of the poison. They act by counteracting the effect physiologically. Sodium nitrite converts hemoglobin into methemoglobin in order to bind cyanide. These agents act on the principle of antagonism. Most of the known antibodies are only partial antagonists in their action. They act on the tissues of the body and produce symptoms exactly opposite to those caused by the poison. Chemical antidote. Chemical antidotes act by combining with the poison and changing the chemical nature of poison. Sodium thiosulfate, which causes the conversion of systemically toxic cyanide into non-toxic thiocyanate, is an example of chemical antidote, and it acts by changing the chemical nature of cyanide by converting it into non-toxic thiocyanate form. Mechanical antidote or physical antidote. They act by preventing the absorption of poison in the body. They also act by neutralizing the poison. They act by expelling out the poison by emesis or elimination through the urine. They act by interfering with physical properties of the poison. Example, activated charcoal absorbs poison prior to its absorption. Universal antidote. If the nature of the administered poison is not known and it is suspected that two or more poisons have been taken, in those cases the universal antidotes are to be administered. They are simply the mixture of easily available substances. Usually it is a combination of physical and chemical antidotes, and they are not very effective even if they after very give soon. They are not very effective even if they are given soon after the administration of the poison. Activated charcoal. Common charcoal is made from coal, wool, coconut shell, or petroleum. Activated charcoal is made from the common charcoal by heating in the presence of a gas. This causes charcoal to develop lots of internal pores, and these pores absorb toxins. Also known as activated carbon, activated coal, carboactivators, or active charcoal. Preparation. Physical methods. Physical methods of preparation of activated charcoal includes carbonization. This reaction involves material with a carbon content to be pyrolyzed at temperatures in the range of 600 to 900 degrees Celsius in the presence of oxygen in an inert atmosphere with gases like argon or nitrogen. Oxidation. In case of oxidation reaction, carbonized material is exposed to oxidizing atmosphere at temperatures above 250 degrees Celsius. Usually this reaction occurs in the temperature range of 600 to 1200 degrees Celsius. Chemical method. Chemical method involves prior to carbonization treatment of raw material with certain chemicals like strong acids, strong bases, or salts such as phosphoric acid, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, calcium chloride, and zinc chloride. They are used in the range of 25%. The raw materials is further activated at lower temperatures, that is at a temperature of about 450 to 900 degrees Celsius. Chemical method is preferred over physical method because lower temperatures and shorter time is needed for activating the material to form activated charcoal. Properties. It occurs as a fine black powder. It is odorless, tasteless powder having a smooth touch. It is free from gritty particles. It is a form of carbon processed to have small pores. These pores increases the surface area available for the adsorption or chemical reaction. Uses. Activated charcoal adsorbs drugs such as alkaloids, sedatives, or hypnotics, or we can say activated charcoal is used in the poisoning of alkaloids, sedatives, and hypnotic drugs. It is also used in case of opium cyanide and barbiturate poisoning. It is also used in case of poisoning that is caused due to the absorption of gases, poisoning caused due to the excessive gases such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide. The activated will act by absorbing the gases to overcome their toxic effect. It is used in case of diarrhea to absorb toxins, bacteria, and viruses. Activated charcoal is used in the ratio of 5:1 or in the ratio of 10:1. Sodium thiosulfate, another example of an antidote. The formula for sodium thiosulfate is Na2S2O3.5H2O. Preparation. Sodium thiosulfate is prepared by heating the aqueous sodium sulfide solution along with sulfur. The production of sodium thiosulfate can also be accomplished by boiling aqueous sodium hydroxide with sulfur. This reaction involves treatment of sodium hydroxide with sulfur to form sodium thiosulfate, sodium sulfide, as well as water. Physical properties. It occurs as a white it occurs as a white or it is in crystalline appearance as a solid and it is odorless. The density of sodium thiosulfates corresponds to 1.667 grams per cubic centimeter. The pentahydrate form of this salt has a melting point of 321.4 Kelvin, whereas it has a boiling point of 373 Kelvin. The solubility of sodium thiosulfate in water is 70.1 gram per 100 ml at 20 degrees Celsius and 231 gram per 100 ml at 100 degrees Celsius. The crystal of sodium thiosulfate is monoclinic. Chemical properties. The sodium thiosulfate dissociates in water and some other polar solvents to yield Na plus and S2O3 2 minus ions. The sodium thiosulfate salt decomposes at higher temperatures to yield sodium sulfate along with sodium polysulfide. This reaction involves conversion of sodium thiosulfate into sodium sulfate and sodium polysulfide, that is Na2S5. When exposed to dilute acid, sodium thiosulfate salt undergoes a decomposition reaction to yield sulfur along with sulfur dioxide. This reaction involves treatment of sodium thiosulfate with hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride, sulfur dioxide, water, and sulfur. The alkylation of sodium thiosulfate yields S-alkyl thiosulfates, and these compounds are commonly referred to as Bunting salts. Uses. Sodium thiosulfate is used in case of cyanide poisoning cases. It is used to treat ringworm infection that is known as dermatophytosis. It reacts with iodine to reduce it to the iodide ion, while in this reaction, sodium thiosulfate is oxidized to tetrathionate ion. It is used as a photographic नहीं बताइए Sodium nitrite. The chemical formula for sodium nitrite is NaNO2. Preparation of sodium nitrite. Sodium nitrite is synthesized industrially for some applications by reacting nitric acid with a base such as sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, or sodium hydroxide. With reaction with sodium hydroxide, it involves treatment of nitric acid with sodium hydroxide to form sodium nitrite and water. Sodium nitrite may also be prepared by reacting ammonium nitrate with bases such as strong base or NaOH. This reaction is less exothermic or less heat producing reaction than the strong acid-base reaction which was shown above. In this reaction, there takes place treatment of ammonium nitrate, ammonium nitrite with sodium hydroxide, treatment of ammonium nitrate with sodium hydroxide to form sodium nitrite and ammonium hydroxide. Physical properties of sodium nitrite. Sodium nitrite occurs as a white crystalline solid. Density of sodium nitrite is 2.26 gram per ml. Melting point of sodium nitrite is 308 degrees Celsius. Sodium nitrite exists as either trigonal or rhombohedral crystals. Chemical properties of sodium nitrite. On heating ammonium chloride with sodium nitrite, initially ammonium nitrite and sodium chloride are formed. Then ammonium nitrite decomposes into nitrogen and water. This reaction involves treatment of ammonium chloride with sodium nitrite to form ammonium nitrite and NaCl. Ammonium nitrite further forms nitrogen and water. It also reacts with concentrated hydrochloric acid under boiling conditions to produce sodium nitrate, sodium chloride, nitric oxide, and water. The reaction involves treatment of 3 molecules of sodium nitrite with 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid to form sodium nitrite, NaCl, nitric oxide, and water. Sodium nitrite reacts with sulfuric acid to form sodium sulfate, nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide, and water. This reaction involves treatment of sodium nitrite with sulfuric acid to form sodium sulfate, nitric oxide, and water. Uses of sodium nitrite. It is used in the preservation and coloring. It is used as a reagent in techniques involving analytical chemistry. It is used as a corrosion inhibitor, as a food additive, and as an antidote to cyanide poisoning where it is used in combination with sodium thiosulfate. It is also used for the production of various dyes as well as fertilizers. It is used for bleaching fibers and printing textile fabrics. It is also used as a laxative in the treatment of constipation, as a bronchodilator, and as a vasodilator in various diseases.